making this hat. This is the raw edge of the brim. It is folded in half. After folding in half, sew double lines. Pulling. The edge in the middle consists of 2 layers. The wider one forms the bottom layer. The narrower one forms the top layer. Draw a curved line along the edge. Because of this, create a single layer flying edge. So we need to draw an arc. Fold it in half. Cut the other side into an arc shape as well. Then this side is straight. Attach lace to the straight side. Fold it in half. Front road. Finished ordering. Small. Yo-yo exclusive drama. After connecting, press down a visible seam. Please kindly like, subscribe, share, and tip to support the Mingjing and Diandian programs. After finishing, combine these two together. Then, first measure the length accurately. Adjust the length to match that of the hat first. After merging these two pieces together, attach them to the upper middle part of the hat. Then sew from the center outwards to both sides. After finishing the connection here, join this piece together. Join this piece together. This is a top stitch seam. This is the raw edge of the hat brim. Then here is also shaped into a rounded corner. The only difference is that it is double layered and folded. Both sides are trimmed into rounded corners. Start stitching from here. 0,5 centimeter seam allowance, approximately the length of one full round. Measure one full circle like this. Measure one full circle like this. Then adjust to the same length. Once the lengths are the same, you can concatenate them. Start from the middle of the back. Like this, move over just a little bit. 0.5 is enough. Then sew around like this. Let's go. Write like this. To say, chair. Yo-Yo exclusive drama theater. Yo-Yo television series exclusive. Flip this a little bit. Next, make the ceremonial cloth. You can add a lace on top of this. Place it underneath this cloth. Then follow this. Then connect these two together. This is the face. Align the endpoint to the endpoint. Then like this, leave an opening. Then flip it to the front. Then put this cardboard in. Put this opening inside. And there's another one. After adjusting it inside, then press along a line here. Fix this inside. This is exactly pressed on this seam line. Then put this in. Fold the seam allowance back with this rolled edge. Then top stitch. Do it like this again. Here, see, next. Thank you. Ming Ming, Yo-Yo exclusive drama theater, Yo-Yo television series exclusive. Because now, Because today, what we say, performance omic, I quickly, from Mur, leave the company daily. So it turns out, Bauhaus arrived often. After fixing it here, at the front, also sew another visible stitch around here. After sewing the stitch here properly, use lace to cover this seam. This is the pattern for the bow. One big and one small. After wrapping it properly, fold along this line. Then sew both sides together. After sewing this, turn it to the front side. Mingjing needs your support. Please subscribe to Mingjing. Yo-Yo television series exclusive. Use glue to stick this onto that. This is the bow on its sleeve. This bow is 4 millimeters wide. You just need to sew it like this. Let's talk about this Velcro. The Velcro goes up to the middle here, approximately up to the position for fixing. Velcro that is 0.8 wide. The Velcro is done the same way as this. That's all for now. Then this side is the hook surface. This side is the loop surface. You just need to sew it on. The method for Velcro is relatively simple. First, make the hem of this style. The hem is divided into 3 layers. It consists of 3 pieces joined together. Reduce according to the dimensions marked on the sample. Reduce according to the dimensions on the sample. only the size of this last layer because it needs to be overlapped. This overlapping position needs to be marked. Includes a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance on the top. Includes a 0.65 centimeters then these three lines are stacked together. It's right here. This is just the width of the third layer of the skirt. The length is marked according to the sample. In this way, separate the three pieces properly. Then the third layer, ignore these two lines for now. Make the third layer. Draw the fold position on top. This is a 0.5 seam allowance. Then these are the three strips. There is also a 0.5 seam allowance above. Brief meeting subscription. We use several, quite many, or rather the second layers. I'll first trace over us from the top. Many sheets I'll first dismantle myself. It has been dismantled. Wait for me. This is also, please kindly like, subscribe, share, and tip to support the Mingjing and DN column. Please kindly like, subscribe, share, and tip to support the Mingjing and DN column. Just follow this guideline and it will be fine. After sewing here, turn it to the reverse side. Then press it like this. After pressing, the front side looks like this. Then go on to draw the second line. Press one line and then sew another. This way, it's easier to handle. Then follow this spacing. This is a polyline. Fold from this line, then just find this line again. After drawing the lines, start from this side. Sew along the first line. After drawing this line, fold along this line. Make a crease. Then iron it briefly. Make sure their widths are the same. After ironing, draw the lines. The width of the lines. The widths must be parallel. Evenly spaced. Draw the lines like this. Just use this kind of ruler. Find an approximate position. As long as it's parallel, it's fine. Then sew along this line. After this seam is done, Also turn it to the reverse side, then press it with an iron once more. This must be done completely. Fold it. This is how it looks after ironing. When ironing, flip it over like this with the backside facing up. Then iron it like this. When flipped over, it looks like this. Next, do the third one, still drawing lines. It means to iron one seam at a time. Now undo one more line. There are 3 lines in total. This is how it looks after folding and pressing. Then attach the flying edge below. There is a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance on this flying edge. You can mark it on the reverse side, including a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. Below is where this flying edge is attached. I made this flying edge by folding the fabric edge, folded about 3 millimeters. Then there is a stint. There is a stint. It's best to use this kind of selvage edge. This way, sewing afterward is easier. A bit easier to do. And if there is no selvage edge, then use this fabric thread, silk strip. Then follow what is written on the paper pattern, not following the video. This is the length, and this is the width. Then only the last strip's width is 2.7. The length is all 135 centimeters. I use white fabric to make the flying edge. Measure the width properly. Cut here once. These are the strips of fabric. Then tear 3 strips. The 3 strips are the same width. A total of 5 strips were cut. 2 pieces of fabric for the first and second skirt layers. 1 piece of fabric to connect the edges below. Fabric to connect 2 edges. It's right here. The remaining 2. These are the 2 layers of flying edges at the bottom of the third connecting fabric. There are 5 in total. Just follow the specified dimensions. The first layer, second layer, third layer, then there is one that is 2 centimeters. Only these 2 are relatively special. The others are all the same. Then these stray hairs on the edges need to be trimmed. This is what I have trimmed. After trimming, it looks like this curled edge. Roll it back about 2 millimeters. Then press along 2 lines while pulling. You can also use pulling to press the corners. Mine isn't very easy to use, so I just pulled it manually. This rough edge needs to be trimmed first. Then go on to curl the edge. So the eyelash edge is a bit more convenient to use. This is something I made myself. This part is a bit troublesome. Rolling the edge. Roll the edge properly, then pressing the seam while pulling. After the first seam is pressed well, press another strip in between here. After pressing the line well, this is its reverse side. Then start pulling it, pulling from both sides. After doing it like this, First, adjust the length properly. Align this side. Make this side a little longer. Then tie a knot at one end. Tie a knot at this end. This is the reverse side. When sewing, start from this side. So sew from this side. Then tie the knot starting from this side. After this side is fixed, fix this side again. After adjusting the length, then adjust the quality. After adjusting the length, then adjust this pleat to be more even. Then join it with the hem of the skirt. The one below is wide. The one above is narrower. Then a strip of fabric should be sewn between them. Let's do this first. First, use a narrow flying hem to join it with the bottom edge of this skirt. Observe this pleat seam. After this seam is finished, then attach the fabric strip. If all these pleats pile up in one place, having two gathered pleats in one spot will be very thick. So a joining strip needs to be added in the middle. Then this strip will be like this. Then splice it with this again. The tires are even. It should be said like this. But adjust one more. I have a flower. Next, but this cat is a draft. Flip it over after this splice mark. Then connect the next one. The pleats on the flying edge, also a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance, joined with another piece. This is the widest strip because it needs to cover the seam. So it needs to be a little wider than the flying edge. It's roughly like this. Join it like this here. Then flip it over because we need to put on the Velcro. So the edge's surface is flat. After sewing this part, you can flip it over. Then press a top stitch here. Press another top stitch over here. Please generously like, subscribe, share, and tip to support Mingjing and Diandian's programs. Yo-Yo Exclusive Drama Theater. Yo-Yo Exclusive Drama Theater. Yo Exclusive Drama Theater. This one above as well. Set up a visible line. The joint sealant should be turned upward. The joint below needs to be properly adjusted. All should face upward. Both of these top stitch lines have been pressed. You can press it once more. The pleats on the third layer of the hem are now done. The flying whip of the second layer of the skirt hem starts from this side. Then attach it to this fabric. After this flying whip is tied, then attach the second layer of the skirt. Then it should be ironed again. Insight. After sewing the second skirt layer, turn it to the front. Then top stitch along the seam. This top stitching is done. The second layer of the skirt. Then attach the third layer of the skirt. After this part is done, the long parts can be trimmed off. Then press a top stitch. After the top stitch here is done, at the waist connection, press 2 dart lines. Then later, connect it with the waist. The length can be trimmed off. Then, this part also needs to be gathered. Set aside this gathered part first. Then move the lower part upward. This is the front part. First, take in darts on the front part, then join with the center front. After this dart is taken in properly, because this dart is too large, it needs to be trimmed a bit. Then it is joined with the front piece. This is the front center piece. This is the front piece. This is how it looks after being stitched together. The reverse side looks like this. Then attach this mesh fabric underneath. The mesh fabric needs to be folded like this. Fold it from the reverse side. This mesh fabric has a front and back side. Then press a seam allowance. Trim it a bit. Trim it slightly narrower, about 0.3 left. Then flip it over. Open up this seam allowance. Press with an iron. Align the end point. Marks at the lower seam. Sketch roughly. Make some adjustments. Secure the stitching on both sides. Then place this lace on. Then sew another line. This lace is finished. The lace was originally wide. Trimmed it from the middle. Trimmed to the desired width. Then there are 2 more laces on this edge. It's this kind of lace. Then trim it a bit. Make it narrower. After trimming the width, you can place it on this. Then pay attention to this point here. There is a part where the chest bulges. Don't deform it when sewing. Tongue. And here, Aiden is by simple bow. No. Yes. This lace is finished. Place the front piece first, then work on the back piece. The back piece has a waist drawstring, the same method as the front piece. After finishing gathering the back waist cord, join with the pointed seam. The pointed seam is joined. This way, this seam will need to be opened up. Next is the fabric for the dress. The paper pattern for the fabric is joined together in the middle. 1 sheet of paper is not enough, so you need to stick them together yourself. This is the complete paper pattern for the fabric. It is the same as with the face. All 8 strings are gathered up, the front waist strings and the back waist strings. Next, make the front chest piece. This piece is pleated. Use this piece of fabric to cut the pattern. Then cut the fabric according to this size. This is the fabric for the front chest piece. First, draw a line. Leave a seam allowance. Then draw a line here. This is the tension line. Press down 2 tension lines. Press down 1 more here. Use this elastic line when pulling. You can just sew directly with the sewing machine. Just sew as you normally do. Sewing like that is fine. Thank you. Press the first seam well, then press the other one. There is one last piece. Once all the threads are pressed and pulled out, this pleat is not that dense. You can make it denser. Just pull this elastic thread from the back. Do not pull the front side. Pull the elastic thread on the reverse side, gathering it from both sides. Pull this elastic thread from the reverse side. Then you can spray the oil. Then no more right? What do you have? Subtitle Volunteer Yang Qianqi. Regular sewing thread is on the front side. The elastic thread is on the back side. Then align the lines facing each other. Then remove one thread. Make it perfectly finished. Blade Lu Shuang. Why? First post, so many. Like this. Yo-Yo television series exclusive. Yo-Yo television series exclusive. Yo-Yo television series exclusive. Align the endpoint. Sew by hand from the middle seam. When turning, you need to sew more precisely. If it's hard to turn here, you can make small cuts. This way, turning will be easier. Be sure to align with this mirror line. This is easier to sew by hand. You can use the sewing machine to stitch over it once more, because hand sewing can be more precise. This is the interfacing fabric. Align the endpoint to the endpoint. Find a clear endpoint. Don't get it reversed. Start from here. Sew it like this from the front. Unpick the entire neckline round. Align the front center here properly. Then align at the pointed seam here. Align these 3 points. Align with this point. Align here all the way to the back center. I fixed it here at the front center. Then a notch needs to be cut at the corner. Otherwise, it's hard to sew. This curve must be formed accurately. The contour needs to be made more precise. The next step is attaching the sleeve. This is the sleeve pattern. The seam allowance here is 1 centimeter. An elastic band needs to be inserted here. This is to create an embroidery seam that doesn't show raw edges, so leave 1 centimeter. Roll this up. First roll 1 layer, Then roll it again, like this. Then pull back. After rolling both sides, press and pull the crease. Let's move to everyone. Please give a like. You all, thanks. Find this endpoint. The embroidery is divided into front and back. This point is the front embroidery. Then this is the back. Before doing it, mark that point on the fabric. The embroidery must not be reversed. Align this point with the sharp seam. Fix the embroidery endpoint here with a hand needle. Then after securing it, adjust the brightness. The brightness is concentrated here on the embroidered shirt. On the shoulder, then the curve here is flat. That is, the area below half of the embroidered dragon is all flat. It's approximately here. At the halfway point. Below this, there are no pleats. Then on this side, adjust the length like this to make them equal. Then you can sew it. Start sewing from the middle towards both sides. Look at this pleat seam. After sewing this side, then sew this side. This side is aligned. This is what the sleeve looks like when it's finished. The next step is to work on the embroidered dragon. The points must align precisely. There is a sharp seam here. The sharp point should follow the marked point on the pattern. Be sure to draw it on the fabric. Then sew from the middle towards both sides. Follow this line. Sew along this line. Please like, subscribe, share, and support the Mingjing and Diandian program with donations. After sewing this side, then sew this side. After sewing the embroidered dragon, turn the back piece to the front. Then explain the method for this sleeve. Fold the edge along this seam, then sew a top stitch. Just sew a little bit. Sew about 3 millimeters. This width just fits the elastic band. Press the sleeve seam like this. Then thread the elastic band through this hole. You need to be careful when threading it. Make sure to bring the needle out from the middle. Otherwise, it will get stuck in the fabric and won't move. The last stitch. Thread it out through the center of the elastic band. This way it won't get stuck inside. Then tie a knot here. Adjust the cuff width so that a finger can pass through. Generally, this finger is about the same size as the child's arm. Tie a tight knot. Make the knot a bit tighter. Move this knot a little further inside. Next, handle the side seam. First, sew the front part. Sew up to here. Just sew up to here. Do not go beyond this line. After sewing this part, then sew the sleeve. Then it also is sew up to this position. This sleeve is sewn here. It's difficult to sew here. You can start sewing here first. Then sew from here to this position. Then sew the lining. Sew to this base point. Then unfold the seams. It's best to iron it. The lining of the top is finished. Next, make the flying yarn at the waist. There are 2 layers. The upper layer is narrower. The wider one is the lower layer. If the lace is too wide, just trim it. Fix the lace onto the mesh. Cake, take a look. Each one, such a group. Want to connect. Yo-Yo television series exclusive. Another method is the same as this one. Then press the pleat line. Gather the pleats well. Then attach it onto the garment. I have finished one half. It's better to use flying yarn of an appropriate length for the other half. Leave a 0.5 spacing from the center back. Leave about a 0.5 seam allowance on each side. The flying edge is the same length as the waist. Both layers of flying yarn are the same length. Fix it in place. Sew the two seams together. After it's secured, connect it to the waist. Align with this middle point. You can sew the seam with a hand needle. There is a seam allowance distance from the center back here. This seam goes up to here. The overall shape looks like this. The next step is to attach the skirt hem. The adjuster and the waist are the same length. First, pull to the You can leave a little more. Then, after adjusting to the right length, tie knots at both ends. Tie a knot from the reverse side. Tie the knot to secure it. Then, after adjusting to the right length, secure. Adjust this evenly. After adjusting this measurement, Join it with this waist tie. Look at this pleat seam, this extended part. Make a mark. You can trim it off. This is a small piece that has grown out. Then draw a parallel line downward. Trim off the excess parts. Then the next step is to make the lining for the skirt hem. The lining fabric has a low white rolled edge. Then on top, 2 gathering lines are stitched down. Start gathering in small sections. Gather until the length matches that of the waist tie. The method is just like that used on the front side. Pull from both sides. First, adjust the inner thread to be the same as before. First, adjust the length, then adjust the quality. The same lining as before. The previous fabric piece. Then after this is done, stitch it together. It can be considered finalized. Continue with the second one. Go in, center, most severe symptoms. Up to the end here. Make this area in the middle back flat. There should be no bulk here, because we need to attach Velcro. This one too. Trim off the protruding parts. This is how the lining looks after being cut, and below this is the lace for the neckline. Press one line on each side like this. Press 2 lines and gather them. That is the large ceiling construction path. Subtitle Volunteer Yang Chanchi. Then start gathering. It has been gathered into this shape. After gathering this part, first fix it here in the middle. Then start sewing. Sew from the center towards both sides. You can use a sewing machine, or you can sew by hand. Stop sewing the paper here. Follow the contour of the front piece patch. Please kindly like, subscribe, share, and support the Mingjing and Diandian program with donations. Sew this only up to here. Sew a few stitches here by hand. Sew up to here. You cannot sew the lining together here. Hand sew up to here. When sewing up to here, use a hand needle to sew this on. Attach the lace to the center back lining. Sew the center back seam. Then flip to the front side. After flipping it over, press a seam here. Press a top stitch. Finish pressing the top stitch. Secure this floating top stitch. Sewing machine. If it doesn't work well, then use hand stitching. The whole piece needs to be laid flat. Don't crush it. Very anxious. Everyone feels the force of gravity. Support Mingjing and Diandian programs by tipping. Director 4. Good. Enough. Not Mingjing and Diandian column. This, frankly, import. This, Yo-Yo television series exclusive. It's done here. Then the lining is like this. At the waist here, you can connect this lining with the front part. You can fix the waist or choose not to. If it's not done well, it will be off. Then the main part is finished. This is joining embroidery. Then this only requires marking the top and bottom. Draw the lines according to this. First, draw on the material piece. Then, this one is the bottom part. The lower layer's flash is connected to the upper one, this line. First, roll the edges 0.5 centimeters on the top and bottom. Draw a line to mark the front side. Then fold the edge. Fold it on the reverse side. After folding the edge, then take the second layer of the raw edge. Connected on the first layer, like this. It is connected on top of this. This is the bottom. Be sure not to get it wrong. This is the bottom part. According to the paper pattern, there is a line on this. Here is the seam allowance line. Align it. But you need to watch the front seam. Then press the seam like this. Press 2 lines. Use elastic thread for the bottom thread. You can just sew normally with the sewing machine. Sew a few more reverse stitches. This elastic thread is easy to stretch. This thread needs to be aligned. No need to guide the needle at the end. Wait, this side needs to be knotted. After pressing here, then press one more line. A spacing of 0.2 works fine. Then do the others the same way. All are double lines, and this one also never knots. And this end is all purl stitches. Let's purl 2 stitches. Purl several more times. This side has a tight knot. This side is movable because the embroidery density needs to be adjusted. This way, all the drawn lines are properly pressed. They are all pressed with double lines, and this side is all fixed firmly. This side is adjustable. You need to pull it tight. Pull the elastic band while tightening. Adjust it to the width that your hand can fit through. Measure how wide the armhole you cut is. But you need to make sure the digging hand can get in. After securing this fold, you need to tie a knot. Just tie a tight knot. Then tie a knot here as well. To prevent the line from dragging, tie a knot in the elastic thread. Tie a knot in the sewing thread as well. Then handle each one like this. After all knots are tied, these threads can then be trimmed off. Then you can stitch a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. Then sew it together. Change the bobbin thread to regular sewing thread. Unknown or unclear content. Mark the unable tape to translate meaningfully. How? Lama, to give. Look. After. P. After splicing these wires, trim them a bit. Be careful not to cut the wrong wire. After trimming like this, flip it to the front side.